Hi everyone, this is Ramya from Tekaju Master near MIC Medical College, Kolancheri. So today I'm here to give a detailed interpretation about a speaking roleplay card which was asked on 24th July 2021. So that card was related to the stroke recovery care. Okay, so you can see the card over there. So when you get a card, what you have to do first is that you need to see what is the settings. So from here you understand that it is a hospital ward. Okay, next is that you need to read what is the background information of the patient. So you can see the background information as the patient is 78-year-old man who was admitted to the hospital following a right side cerebrovascular accident. So the patient had a cerebrovascular accident 4 weeks ago. Then what is given? The patient has been partial paralyzed and has lost the use of his right arm. So that is a bit serious situation. Okay, he is due to be discharged next week. His son is paying a visit to you. That means you are not speaking to the patient but to the son. Okay, that much you understand. Now go to the task and see what all are the verbs over there. You can see that find out. The first one is find out the reason behind his visit. Next one is about convey a likely prognosis. So you need to give him an assurance. You need to tell him that the patient or the father is making a bit prognosis. Next one is that find out the details of father's living arrangements. So you need to get some idea about the living arrangements that is made after his discharge. Okay, next one is outline patient's care plan, that is also given in bracket. You can just underline these things. You need to include all these things. Okay, so sometimes when you're doing the role play you may forget about some points, so it's always better to underline it. Okay, next one is stress disadvantages of stopping physiotherapy. So while reading that particular point you understand that sometimes the patient may show some reluctance. Okay, so you need to handle that one, so you understand that, right? Next one is what? That is all what you have to do, and the details is also given there. And the next point is like you need to ask about whether he has some other concerns, and the last one is you need to provide information about support available for family and patient. Okay, so these are the things what you have to do in this role play. So when you read all these things you will get an idea what is the role play, what is the situation, to whom you are speaking, what can be the concerns of the patient. All these things is understood, isn't it? Now let's see how to do this role play. So as I told earlier, it is the duty of you to start the role play. So when you see the patient or when you see the interlocutor, how you can greet them, isn't it? Good morning, my name is Annie, one of the registered nurses working in this hospital ward. How may I help you today? So definitely the person will be saying that he came here in order to understand about his father's prognosis and all those things. So you can just, okay, I'm happy to help you, but before proceeding, may I know your name? So he will be saying your name. Okay, now you can ask about so what about your father? What's the name of your father? So he will say about father also. Then what you have to do is that you have to give a small history of the father to the patient, sorry, to the son, so that he will understand that okay, you recognized him. Okay, so for that what you have to do, if the father's name is, imagine, or just think it's Matthew, so what you can do, yes, Matthew, a 78-year-old person currently recovering from a stroke. Am I right, or am I correct? Okay, so definitely the patient will become happy and he say, yes, that is my father. So what you have to do, yeah, now you can ask like, okay, so may I know the reason behind your visit? So definitely he will say the reason. He just want to know how much his father's condition progressed. So you need to explain about that. The next thing is that you need to explain about the progress of his father's condition. Okay, so now you are going to say like, yes, I know it's really very hard for you to see your father in this condition. Perhaps your father is recovering from a stroke and he is paralyzed. Okay, and what happened is he's partially paralyzed, and again his right eye is not functioning properly, isn't it? So you cannot give a negative impact, but you need to tackle the situation. So you can just say or you can just tell him that perhaps 4 weeks before, from his initial days in the ward till date, okay, till this date, I need to tell that your father has made a remarkable progress. Okay, So by hearing that, definitely the son will become so much happy. Okay, so you need to give him, you should be empathize, and you need to give him a hope also. Okay, so now let's see what next. Next one is what? Definitely the patient will be a bit curious and anxious about his father. So what you have to do, you have to say, I appreciate your curiosity. However, the point is that, okay, the point which you need to understand is that it was a life-threatening incident, and your father has successfully overcome the situation or overcome the severity of the problem. So like you need to tell him, like, so that it takes a bit time to get a complete recovery. You have to be more patient. Okay, in that way you can answer his question. Definitely he will replying for that one, and he will just ask like what he needs to do in order to get a good recovery for his father. Something like that will be asked by the interrogator. So what you have to see, what you have to tell them, the reality is that your constant support and care is required. Okay, and moreover, what you can do is that, moreover, it is inevitable for his recovery. Your constant care and support is really inevitable for your father's recovery. Before moving further, you need to ask, may I ask some questions regarding your father's stay at home after discharge? Okay, so you need to collect information regarding that one. So how you can collect information? You will be asking permission for him whether you can forward with the speaking. Okay, now he will be giving sanction. So you can say, I would like to know about the details of your father's living arrangements, like with whom he will be staying. You can see this bracketed word, so you can say with whom he will be staying, and the type of property, usage of stairs he may need to encounter. So definitely he will be giving a detailed information regarding that. Okay, when he gives information regarding all these things, you need to thank him because he is providing information to you. So you have to thank you for your information. It will help him to recover soon. So now I would like to explain about the care plan. Shall I proceed? So you are taking permission from him. Shall I proceed about the same? Okay, so definitely, obviously, the son will be giving permission, so you can proceed with that one. In the care plan, assistance of different areas of health care professionals plays a crucial role. Okay, so don't worry, I can explain about it. Okay, now you are pausing it. You need to pause in between. You are pausing it and you need to say, first being occupational therapy. That is what is given first. So you can just say, first being occupational therapy. Have you heard about it? You can just ask him whether he have heard about that one. Okay, so he may say yes, or he may have some limited ideas, or he may say no. Okay, so you can say, no worries, I can explain about this. So you need to tell what is this occupational therapy. You can say occupational therapy is a branch of health care professionals which will help people of all ages or all ages to help these people to come out of physical weakness or work related problems. And occupational therapy will help him to regain independence in all areas of their life. So all areas of your father's life. Okay, so you have to say that as your father is partially paralyzed, occupational therapy is necessary to regain the strength and functionality. Okay, so you can just tell what is this occupational therapy. So you need to pause it and you need to ask him whether he follows it. If he says okay, you can just move on with your topic and you can say, then comes physiotherapy, which is really inevitable to regain strength in his mobility. So sometimes there is a chance like the interrogator may ask like, why both the physiotherapy and occupational therapy? Either one is okay. Why we need to continue with this both? Sometimes interrogator may ask such question. So you should be able to give an answer for that one. Okay, so you can just say, of course, your question is reasonable. However, physiotherapy is very much essential and don't get confused. I can explain. Okay, so he will be just saying, yeah, that would be great. Now what you have to say, you need to explain why physiotherapy is important. you have to say, as you know, physiotherapy will strengthen the muscles, thereby strengthening the limbs, but it is not the only purpose. The stroke recovery patient will be taking medicines for blood thinning and BP. In this process, physiotherapy plays a crucial role by enhancing blood circulations, and thus thereby medicine will be more effective with the physiotherapy. I hope you understand that. Okay, in that way you can just explain about the importance of physiotherapy and the difference between this physio and occupational therapy. Okay, then the interrogator will be happy and he will say yes. Now you need to ask, your last task is what? You need to ask like, well, do you have any other concerns, or do I need to explain anything more for you? So if he wants, he will ask. Mostly he won't be asking anything. He will be saying, yeah, yes, that's fine. Now what you have to say, the last point is that you need to tell something related to the community services. So you can just say, yeah, all right. So now let me explain about the support available for the family of the patient suffering stroke. There are some communities and groups which will avail support to the family. This will be a great help for you and your father. Okay, so definitely the other person will be saying, yeah, thank you so much. Now what you have to do, yeah, so now you can just conclude it by saying like, okay, so I hope I have clarified all your doubts. I wish a speedy recovery for your father. Thank you. Okay, in this way you can just wind up the role play. So I hope this is clear. So you can just try to do this role play either in front of the mirror, or else you can just do it with your friends. Okay, so I hope the video is clear. Thank you.